Good morning, wonderful children. It's another wonderful math time out with Miss Lawinson, and today we'll be learning all about fractions. Not just fractions, we'll be getting to know what fractions are. We'll also be finding out equivalent fractions and seeing examples. Okay, let's get straight to it. What's a fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole, like we have this whole pizza. If we decide to split into 4 parts, it becomes a fraction. But in this case, since all the 4 parts are intact, we say it's 4 over 4. Why 4 over 4? That's because the top part is the numerator and the bottom part is the denominator. So we divide into 4 equal parts. And because all the 4 parts are still together, we still see it as a whole, 4 over 4. But then what happens if someone comes along and takes off one part of this pizza? We no longer have 4 parts of this 4 pieces of pizza. We now have 3 remaining. We actually divided the pizza into 4 parts. But then someone has come along and eaten one part of it. So what do we have left? We have 3 left of the 4 parts of pizza. What if someone comes again and say, I still want this pizza, and grabs one more bite, grabs one more part of the pizza? What do we have left? We have 2 more parts of the pizza left. So in fraction, we call it 2 over 4. Same thing happens when someone else comes and says, I want my share of this pizza, and pulls off one extra part of the pizza. What do we have left? We have 1 more part of the pizza, and in fraction, we call it 1 over 4. So this fraction is now 1 over 4 of the pizza left. Remember that 3 over 4 of the pizza have been eaten by people. So we only have 1 over 4 left. Alright, in your book, draw a circle, divide it into 3 parts, and show us what 1 over 3 represents. Let's see how much we've learned at this point. Now, what fraction names the shaded part? Exactly, 4 over 5. Let's see another one. What fraction names the shaded part? Whoa, group of triangles. Wow, awesome. You got it right. It's 6 over 9. Well done. Okay, all right. How about you try drawing out 2 over 5 in your book? You did a great job. Well done. It's time for equivalent fractions. What does equivalent mean? The moment you hear equivalent, it means equal to in value. Equal in value. So when we talk about equivalent fractions, they might seem like they have different denominators or even numerators, but then they're actually equal. They're equal to each other. Just like you have 1 over 2, it's equal to 2 over 4, and it's equal to 4 over 8. But how do we find out that this is equal to this, or this or that is equal to that, or this is equal to this? Let's take you on a journey to finding out more about equivalent fractions. Ta-da! I was expecting the drum roll. Okay, let's go straight into it. Now, we all agree, or we're saying that 1 over 2 is equal to 2 over 4, and it goes on that way. How come? That's because if I multiply 2 to the numerator and 2 to the denominator, it gives me 2 over 4. They're basically the same thing. I just have to multiply the same number to the numerator just like I would to the denominator. So when I multiply the same number to both the numerator and the denominator, it gives me an equivalent fraction. Remember, to find such a fraction, you must multiply or divide the denominator and numerator by the same non-zero number. See this other example. I'm multiplying 2 to both the numerator and the denominator, and then I get 4 over 6. When I multiply 3, I get 6 over 9, and when I multiply 4, I get 8 over 2. To find equivalent fractions, don't forget you divide the same number by the numerator and denominator. Remember, like we said before, when you want to get an equivalent fraction, you multiply the same number to both numerator and denominator. But when you want to get an equivalent fraction, you divide. Whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. Let's do this one together. The equivalent of 2 over 5 could be 4 over 10 if I multiply by 2. It could also be 6 over 15 if I multiply by 3. If I multiply by, if I want to get another equivalent for 6 over 10, I could as well divide by 2. 8 over 12, I divide by 4. 4 goes in 8 2 times, 4 goes in 12 3 times. Alright, I have a group of questions for us to do together. I want you to look at these questions and discuss with a partner what you think the answers are. Thank you for your time. Till we see in the next video. Bye-bye.